Kyle Wilson had other ideas. Instead of, I don't know, trying to win the header or anything, he decided he was going to become Jackie Chan and just elbowed a guy in the face for seemingly no reason. That's the first time I've seen that kind of violent conduct on FM21. So that was terrific. And welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. If you're still enjoying it, of course, drop a like. That'd be most fantastic. Today, we're going to start the page of Kun Temenushkov because I wanted to sort of keep track of him, how he's got on since he left the club. Because let's face it, he was basically the driving force when pushing us up the leagues for a good three and a half seasons for us, and the man is a bit of a legend at the club, and he started very well when he moved to Lens. It seems like he's dropped off a little bit, but I just wanted to update you on how he's been doing. Now, since it's Sunday, we're actually doing it. It's Regen Sunday. I know, amazing. We're actually going to do it on a Sunday. Imagine that. So yeah, if you want to participate, of course, head over to the Discord, link in the description. Going to go through the best ones I found over the last couple of weeks just now. I say I found, you found. First up, Mohamed Katan, a Syrian right back, which is pretty damn sick, frankly. Syrian players, you love to see it. Then Prakash Limbu, a Nepalese right back. Lots of right backs today, and he's a wing back too. Just cool to see a Nepalese player, legit. Then Bojang, who's just an outrageously good player. He's a half Portuguese, half Chinese from what I've known. Yeah, just a very, very good striker, basically. 1 in 2 for Everton so far. Then we've got Ildefonso Roldan, a 17-year-old at Barcelona. Not only does he have outrageous attributes to begin with, but also a model citizen personality. Oh, dear. Next up, Stefan Bojovic, a Serbian centre-back at Blackburn. Apparently, I mean, in fact, from what we can see here, he already apparently has a cap for Serbia, despite playing for Blackburn in the Championship, which is actually incredibly impressive, and you know I love me a Serbian centre-back. Then we've got Ayub Zadmahud, who is an Iranian midfielder who, I mean, he just stacked. 18 years old, already have attribute levels that good. Oh, filthy. And lastly, I just wanted to show you this one because Lobong Arok, firstly, it's a shame he's not actually a centre-back because then you'd have a rock at the back, but never mind. Every time when I'm doing these saves, particularly on stream I find, I see a lot of cool Sudanese players, South Sudanese and so on, coming through, and I'm like, oh, I'm really excited, and then just never turn out to be as good as I'm hoping. This guy is the guy that I keep thinking those players are. So fair play to Lobong here. So there we go. That is Regen Sunday. You know what to do. Let's get cracking, friendos. So I decided to take a slightly different path with today's one. Now, one of the problems I often have in just trying to structure videos, so I could have just picked out a couple of games here and there and just done like non-live comms around them. I just like to try to clump it all together and structure them a bit differently because it does help the flow of the videos. So we've done a load of games off camera and we're going to do a double live comm of games in a row now to set us up so we can start the next episode on another big game as well. I felt that was the best approach to take at this point. So first bit of quick news, Ramoni Cristiano has sadly left the club. He's moved to Swansea for £500,000. We actually turned down bids a lot bigger than that a few years ago, but he was complaining about wanting to leave. He wasn't getting game time here anymore, and I felt like it was, you know, if you love them, let them go. That was my motto. And in addition to that, I've also extended Kyle Wilson's loan through till next season, the whole of next year as well. We had to pay a bit more of his wages, or rather, I told Chelsea I would, and that's why they let me do the deal, because they wouldn't initially, but it was only like an extra couple of percent, or like 20% probably, which is still like another £5,000-6,000, but he's been good and it was worth it. So that's now done. We've got him for next year as well. So in our first off-camera game, we really struggled in the early stages against Watford, who were sort of 10th in the league. Good ball through from Harvey Barnes here. Bit of a melee in the box there before Watford took the lead. Thoroughly deserved it as well. But in the second half, I made a couple of tiny changes and we just turned it on for the whole of the period. Farmer getting the ball out on the left-hand side, blitzing past his defender, whips it across. Ivanov, who'd come on to play up front, made it 1-1 here at Vicarage Road. A very fair result in the end. But when you look at the XG graph, the way this game changed is insane. Obviously, their chance was quite high XG, but we did nothing in the first half. Made a couple of quick changes, and I think we thoroughly deserved our point. All I did basically in this game was I just dropped the passing, I dropped the tempo down and put work ball into the box for the second half, and we just looked a bit more composed and got a deserved point. Next up, we went to Anfield and sadly were dispatched 1-0 from a Trent Alexander-Arnold penalty. They deserved the win regardless of the penalty. Even if they hadn't scored that, they would have still deserved it. They wouldn't have got it, of course, but nevertheless. But I think the biggest thing in this game was Kang going off injured with a twisted ankle, which has seen him miss, I think, all the rest of the matches that we've played so far in this video, which is a definite issue because you know how without Kang we've tended to struggle. However, that was emphatically not the case against West Ham. They just kept letting us in behind. Candela with the ball through for Kim, goes round the goalkeeper, makes it 1-0 after 20 minutes. I was concerned because of fitness levels at this point with the games coming so thick and fast. And then moments later again, getting the ball in the middle. Candela tries one through. This time we just push up a little bit higher. A little bit fortunate with the way the ball breaks through, but it's just an absolute thunderbolt there into the bottom corner from Veleslin Ivanov to make it 2-0. But before half-time, we had one more to add to that. And again, leaving too much space in the midfield. way too much space in behind. Kim going through, takes it past the goalkeeper for the second time in the same half to make it 3-0 before half-time, which was just fantastic. Second half, West Ham definitely improved. I honestly had no answer for it. Just really good play. I thought this was pushed far enough away, really, to not get in the back of the net. But those tight angles, goalkeepers seemed to struggle a little bit. Luckily, we had a little bit more in the tank. Great breakaway here. Pombo looking very slow for some reason. Eventually, the ball ends up popped through, and there's Gilney knocking one home for his first goal of the year and our fourth of the night. 4-1 over West Ham. Very, very strong result. As you can see, we started to give up a few more chances in the second half as West Ham started to come at us, but obviously that let us in the same way as well. So 4-1 and a really strong attacking performance without Kang in the team. God, that was a relief to prove that we actually can still do that. Even Tim Stas had a good game. Sort of. I mean, he did get pissed later on, but that's a side story. However, the next game is where things take a bit of a strange turn. As we went away to relegation-threatened Wolves and got off to the best possible start. Look at this for little one-touch stuff. Pop, 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 bang, lovely. And it was 1-0. After just 2 minutes, Christensen slams us in front. And then, unfortunately, we conceded another one of those really annoying goals that you get from time to time. Happens, but it's frustrating as hell to watch when the player just does a really strangely under-hit back pass. Way too much. Made it 1-0. However, you'll notice a red card here. Yeah. So, basically, the ball comes in from a throw-in, and I'm like, good, we're going to get a chance here. Yeah. Kyle Wilson had other ideas. Instead of, I don't know, trying to win the header or anything, he decided he was going to become Jackie Chan and just elbowed a guy in the face for seemingly no reason. That's the first time I've seen that kind of violent conduct on FM21. So that was terrific. He only got a 3-game ban in the end, but he's honestly lucky he didn't get more. We did win a pen in the second half, as we naturally got better once we went down to 10 men, classic, and Kim put us in front, but sadly it wasn't quite enough, and Wolves were able to dig out an equaliser. The game just got very stretched after that. All kinds of ricochets, and eventually the ball ends up in the back of the net. Wolves 2, Bolton 2, and you could sort of see that we just sort of got steadily better and better and better as the game wore on. Obviously the penalty did contribute to that, but yeah, cheers Kyle. I'm honestly surprised he didn't get the 5-game ban one, which you can get, but he only got 3 in the end because it wasn't extreme violent conduct. I still blame Paul Tierney. I checked, it was him. So if you had Kyle Wilson on your FPL team, apologies. But all in all, that leaves us 5th in the Premier League, 46 points on the board. We're still right in that battle. I think top 7 is still looking very solid for us because I feel like Sheffield United aren't going to probably keep this up for the full year, and they might be overachieving. And if you look at the XG stuff, it seems that they are. They still beat us, of course. And after that, the gap is starting to get quite large. So I'm still happy, and we're still in the chase for the top 4, quite frankly. I don't think we'll get in it, but honestly, top 5, top 6, I'd take that, as long as we're showing steady improvements on goal scoring and all the other factors, which I feel like we really are. Top assister and top scorer in the Premier League is a very good sign with Kim Min and Kang Dong Hang, with those goals. As we take on Arsenal at home, the very team I was just talking about with their negative goal difference that I think, from someone pointing out in the comments, is just because they got hammered at the start of the season and they failed to recover from it, basically. Now, we've had a nice rest. It's been like 3 weeks since we played a game. We had that mid-season break. Obviously, Wilson is suspended. McCann picked up a knock right before that, which was frustrating. But we're basically, with the exception of Kang, who's not quite fully fit yet, basically back to full strength. So I will play in there. We've got Pombo as well. Options for days. So I'm actually totally happy to go with that. Obviously, Depestra's going to have to come in. It's not the end of the world, but we have to be careful. So our bench will be Hung, Famewo, Christensen, Gilney, Brace, Colombo, and Pombo. Oh, we've got Colombo and Pombo. It's great. We could quite literally have the pigeon detectives. As we're only like 11th in the form standings, we've only won one of our last few matches, albeit looking quite good there. And I think against Wolves, it's just one of those random games that goes off the rails. I have extremely high hopes for this one. One thing that I've always found when we've played against Arsenal, every time we've faced them in the Premier League, really, is that they do tend to allow us a lot of the ball. And generally speaking, we tend to be better in games where we do get more of it because it just allows us to play our game a little bit more. But an early chance for them potentially with Francisco's ball in and a good headed clearance. And might be able to get there, not quite as Saka picks it up. Good play from us so far. Quite cagey first 20 minutes, but I'm all right with keeping games cagey. If we have to win the occasional little 1-0, then that's fine. Illich, bit of space ahead of him though. With, look at the overlap for okay. Brave. Starting to get a few little half chances now, which is nice. Kim, they're a bit too close here. Illich pulls it back across for Candela, and Farmer might even get the shot away here. He does, and it's saved by Areola fairly comfortably. That's it. Sensible play. Let Illich pick a pass. Finds even. Oh, look at this. Nice work here. Stars might have a shot himself, and Kim is through. Good save from Areola. That was a genuine chance for us there. So quite a subdued first half. I think we're edging it slightly. And if we carry on like this, and if the game continues in this pattern, you'd think we might be able to find ourselves a goal. But you know how second halves can change quite dramatically. Farmer's into the box, though. And will he shoot? He does shoot, and it's well saved. Oh, he's got another shot. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. The one area where he's really underperformed for me this season is his XG. He should have scored more goals than he has. He's already got an XG of like 3.5, and he should have scored more goals. Like, assist-wise, he's doing fine. Second most in the team, actually, as it goes, but he does need to be scoring a few more of those chances. Candela is the sort of prime example of that, albeit playing in a slightly different role. Saka's all the way through, and it's just over the bar. Farmer's throw. Down for Kim. Whips it through. Oh, he's surely never going to be able to turn that home. Oh my goodness, we are missing all the chances today. I mean, we have been very good in this game and just failed to find a goal. Defensively, we've been fine. We've just been getting chances, and they just haven't been going in. Christensen's ball and Mohamed off the bar now. Oh, no, it's not going to be our day, I don't think, my friends. We've had enough chances to score a goal in this match, and we've just failed to take them, unfortunately. They've not fallen to the right people, I think might be part of the problem. Goodness me. Christensen, can we finally score a corner or something in this match just to get something here? The win is on the cards for us. We played so well. Mohamed heads it over. Oh, go on, Kim. Kimmy's... Yes! Come on! 92nd minute. Bolton 1, Arsenal 0. Kim Min on the free kick, of course, because Kang is not in the team right now, and I think that is a deserved winner. We love a late goal sometimes. Gorgeous free kick from Kimmy. Goalkeeper can't get near it. He's not getting that, and I think that is vindication. We will absolutely take that. It probably could have been more on the night here, but if we get it 1-0, I'd say that's a fantastic result for us. Just to get the home victory, Bolton 1, Arsenal 0. Great result from the lads. Good performance all round in many ways. Like, genuinely, thoroughly deserved it. Got much, much better in the second half. I turned work ball into the box on, and it just seemed to allow us to create those intricate little balls around the edge. Good performances from most people. DePestra kind of struggled a little bit, but everyone else did their jobs brilliantly, and we got a hugely good result. Right, on to Burnley. Right then, we're back. We have Burnley at home. That win against Arsenal moved us back into the top 4 above Everton. We're still well in the hunt for Europe, I would say. That was a big win for us. Just making sure we win games like that when we are pretty much dominant as far as chance creation. Really good at the back. Those are the kind of games I want to see. Kang is also back fresh for today's game against Burnley. O's done well, though. We won games without Kang, and that's a really strong sign for us. But I think he'll be able to come back in today, and I think we might need that extra guile that he has to beat a team like Burnley. Particularly as our very next game is against Manchester City, so yes, my assistant reckons he can come back in. Obviously, he's lacking a bit of fitness and sharpness more than anything else. The way we played, very, very happy with that. Want to make sure we got the same bench, though. I always like to have Luca Brace on the bench instead of 2 centre-backs, although it would appear as though, actually, we might not have room for one today, although we don't really need Pombo on the bench, actually, if we're going to have O there as well. After the way we played last time out, I have high hopes for this game. Just getting a bit of that form back going again, keeping ourselves in the Champions League hunt, which is outrageous, but I'm still happy with it. The fact is we have the top scorer in the league. That will definitely help you. Although 4-4-2s were always a bit funny against. But we should still have enough in the tank to beat Burnley. But we have had weird results this season like this at home. Losing to Norwich and Sheffield United at home this year are these types of games, frankly. But hopefully today we can just put up a really professional performance and come away with 3 points. Kang's free kicks. You know he loves a good delivery on these. And it's headed away. We should be... No, okay. I was kind of hoping one of the 3 of them would have come and got this. We should be able to deal with this fairly comfortably. Okay. Wow. I mean, 3-on-1, you have to do better than that, lads. Burnley with the chance from a free kick here. Caligari's ball through. Oh my god, free header at the back post of Vandenberg. Yeah, that was the worst half of football we've played all season. Classic. Just classic. Just giving up all the ball to Burnley, not having any shots, not even fouling people. It's actually ridiculous what we're doing. Right, we're going to try and work that ball a bit more in the second half, lower the tempo a bit, try to keep a bit more possession. And if we have to sort of hang on for a 0-0 in a game that's just not going for us, then we'll try to do that, of course. Wolves 2-0 up against Sheffield United as well. I just don't see how we can be as bad in the second half as we were in the first half. And that gives me hope, the fact that we kept it at 0-0. Oh, what a save. Macanya's keeping us in this game at the moment. Masoui. Oh, God. And again, they're just backing off. So easy for Krellin. This is surely 1-0 Burnley. Yeah, it is. I don't know what's going on with our defenders. They are just backing off and backing off and backing off, despite our engagement setup and the pressing. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like, you don't really know what to do about it, because there's 4 of them. Strange behaviour, quite frankly. You do see this sometimes, not just for us, just teams just randomly do this, but they deserve the goal. But we've been utterly woeful. Yeah, we're losing every header. Even people like, look, with that matchup, we just lost that matchup as well. We need some intensity. Right, here we go. Get the ball through, even off. Yes! Oh, it's a poor first touch from Kang, but it's a shot. It's a shot, nevertheless. We've had a full week off in between, by the way. This isn't like we've just had 2 games in a week here. They just look very lethargic today. Right, that's better. Stars. Speed that passing up a little bit. Although, obviously, we're playing a lower tempo, so that's unlikely to happen. Lovely ball. Even off. Good save by the Burnley goalkeeper. Okay, we've had a few little chances at the start of the second half now. Hopefully, that's a good sign. Okay, we are definitely looking better in the second half, but it's not enough yet. Mohamed is well tipped over by Koval. Kang, again. Mohamed again, and it's clipped the bar this time. We do have a few of these random results in us. Burnley have just been much better than... What? That one there? Did he trip over his own defender and then force himself into a diving header? Christensen's shot blocked. That's a dreadful touch from Manny Farmer. Right, there we go. Bit more intensity from the lads now. Colombo. Gilney, Farmer's in acres out wide. We could maybe play it through the middle anyway, though. Christensen, he has to square this. He does. Colombo! No, it's Candela. Bolton 1, Burnley 1. Juan Candela's third goal of the season, making that little late run. Nobody picks him up, and we've got, I feel like, possibly a slightly deserved equaliser just based on our second half performance. Just pushing up a bit more. Lovely little ball in behind here from Gilney. I didn't think the defender should have let that one through, but it's a nice pick out from Davor as well. Davor? Johan. Great finish from Candela, and it's back to level pegging. Okay. Apologies, my face cam just dropped out briefly. The camera died. I forgot we'd hit 30 minutes of recording. I'm not used to doing it like this. Right, let's go. 10 minutes to go. A draw would be pretty fair at this point, in honesty. Do not let them through. Good block. Right, chance for a breakaway. Oh, God. There we go. I don't think he's going to win that. Oh, he might. Even off... Oh, he's not going to... Oh, what the fuck? What was that? Neither of them could decide what to do. Kang in a bit of space in the midfield. Finds Farmer out to the left-hand side again. 1 minute to go here. Might win us a corner or something. Oh, no. Oh, hello. Cheeky. And Kang! Side netting. So close to a late winner, which we would not have deserved. If someone could finally get their head on target here. Big delivery coming up from Kang now. What have the boys got in them? Can we win this at the death, like we did in the last game? Ball through Mohamed, and he does get his head on it, but it's not enough. And it's going to be Bolton 1, Burnley 1. We fought hard in the second half after a turgid first half performance to get a pretty even result in the end. I mean, literally dead even on shots on target. Second half, we vastly improved. They had that chance at the start there, but I think a draw's a pretty fair result in that game. It happens. We were pretty good in the last game. 4 points. It's not the end of the world. Just couldn't quite get ourselves going until the second period of this game. All in all, though, still fourth in the Premier League, albeit Everton have a game in hand on us, but 50 points at the current stage of the year is pretty stellar from what I'm really looking at. Didn't we get 59 last year? We've got 10 games to go. Like, if we were to just get a point a game for the rest of the season, we'd outscore ourselves from last year, and I think we're thoroughly on the cards to potentially get close to 70 points this season, maybe. And that might actually be enough to get us in the Champions League. You just don't know. Still, good progress being made. City up next, though, so... As it goes, it's actually unbeaten in 4, but, 2 wins and 2 draws in there. That little spell of defeat. So next up, we'll start with Manchester City. Big game. But again, there's still some winnable matches coming for us. There's a lot more of them opening up to us, I guess, these days, as we are a better side now. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, in spite of all that, as well as Kyle Wilson being a silly, that's probably not helped us in this period, then drop a like on the video. That would be superb. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, as always at 11 AM, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.